Animals in the wild can be very deceiving. Often when we look at these creatures, be it in real life or in documentaries, they look harmless and sweet, but in reality, some can be super dangerous or even deadly. Giving off that facade is exactly what makes them so special. Step in line as we cover some cute but deadly animals. Number 10. Slow loris. These small primates from Southeast Asia are one of the rarest in the world and also very cute. About the size of a teddy bear, the slow loris spends much of its time in tropical forests. With thick soft fur and big brown eyes, it may appear that the loris would love to be picked up and held, but that couldn't be more from the truth. The nocturnal primate, when threatened, will bite, and their bite is laced with a deadly fast-acting poison that sends the recipient into anaphylactic shock. The slow loris is one of the few venomous mammals on Earth and the only venomous primate. So next time you think about going up to a cute and seemingly harmless animal, remember that looks can be deceiving. Number 9. Polar bear. This one goes without saying, but since they're cute, we'll cover them anyway. White and fluffy, the world's largest bears that live in the Arctic are actually incredibly dangerous. Polar bears are not truly white, as their natural skin color is black and their hair is translucent but takes on a white hue due to its structure. These skilled hunters are known to stalk prey for miles on end before finally moving in for the kill. Spending the majority of their lives in solitude away from humans, these bears rarely make contact. Most often attacks occur due to young bears being malnourished and diseased that drive these animals to seek any available food. Just hope that if one of these predators get a hold of you, it kills you quickly. Number 8. Leopard seal. These guys are just so cute, especially when they're sunbathing on ice. Their smooth skin and spotted bodies makes you want to reach out and touch them, but that's right where you might lose your hand. Master hunters, these seals are known to eat penguins, squid, fish, and even smaller seals. Leopard seals are very aggressive and incredibly agile, reacting quickly in water. Their habitat thankfully is almost always far away from humans, like the polar bear, but humans have fallen victim to the seals before. In 2003, a British marine biologist was killed while studying the species after being pulled nearly 200 feet under the water. Number 7. Komodo Dragon. So not everyone's going to find a dog-sized lizard to be cute, and that's understandable, but for the people who do, listen closely so you don't end up dead. These reptiles have become specially adapted to take on prey of practically any size. With a mouthful of serrated teeth like a dinosaur, the Komodo Dragon produces one of the deadliest bites known to man. Originally thought to have a septic bite like the T-Rex, it was uncovered that the Komodo actually oozes venom into its saliva, causing anticoagulation and hypotension. If prey escapes after being bitten, the Komodo Dragon tracks it until it's too weak to move and eats it alive. So if you see one of these ancient lizards, don't think that they're harmless or else you could end up as their food. Number 6. Swan. Known to be beautiful, romantic, and elegant, if you find one swimming in a lake or a pond in the park, chances are you're going to want to feed it and maybe even touch it. Like almost all other wild animals, they perceive humans as a threat and will more often than not react accordingly. Most times you'll go to feed them and they'll come closer, and then you try to touch them and they bite. A tale as old as time, but mainly swans attack people because they are extremely territorial during the hatching season. In 2012, as crazy as it sounds, a man was attacked and killed by a swan after being knocked out and drowning. So remember that anything's possible with Mother Nature. Number 5. Panda. These Oreo-looking teddy bears are so cute, people often forget that they're a bear. Living almost entirely off of bamboo, these floofs waddle around all day, searching for the best areas to feast. Just like any other bear, if you pose a danger to them and they feel threatened, it's not going to be a good day for you. Once they bite you, they'll continue to do so until you're no longer a threat. On 3 separate occasions in the 2000s, men in their late 20s and 30s had fallen or jumped into panda enclosures at Chinese zoos and were severely bitten. The injuries were to their legs and arms, causing wounds so deep they were permanently deformed. Hopefully this never happens to you, but just remember to give animals their space and respect them as if they're all deadly. Number 4. Dolphin. We've all seen videos and TV specials where people swim with dolphins or get up close and personal feeding them fish. It looks magical that these underwater creatures are so intelligent that they play and associate with humans the way they do. Things to keep in mind is the dolphins you see on these videos have been trained professionally and more than likely were born in captivity. In the wild, dolphins are known to kill without cause or just for plain fun. With a mouthful of sharp conical teeth, these mammals can cause some serious damage. More often than not, dolphins when attacking humans tend to target smaller children, rarely killing them but causing lacerations nevertheless. So before you get into the water with what you think is the kindest sea creature alive, remember at the end of the day it's still a wild animal. Number 3. Moose. Although they may remind you of Bullwinkle, they most certainly aren't going to be as nice as the cartoon character. Known to be the largest species of deer, moose can grow over 10 feet tall and weigh up to 1,500 pounds. They mostly avoid people, but when it comes to being harassed or when they're in the rut, these animals can quite literally become raging bulls. Moose won't waste time trying to bite you, they'd rather just steamroll you over with their massive frame. It's especially dangerous if you see baby moose, as the mother is bound to be nearby and angry that you're touching her baby. Number 2. Kangaroo. What could possibly be so frightening about a furry creature that jumps around with a baby in its carrying pouch? Surely these animals aren't aggressive, right? Well, they kind of are. In Australia, there are so many kangaroos, they're becoming a problem. Instead of deer crossings, they have kangaroo crossing signs. The marsupials don't necessarily have a problem with people, but rather their dogs. Often people take their dogs on walks and encounter kangaroos, and the dog, if not leashed, runs to the kangaroo and trouble breaks out. The owner runs over to help their four-legged friend, and they maybe catch a spring kick to the gut. Keep in mind that they have claws and could gore a person, so next time you happen to be in Australia, just let the kangaroos do their thing. Number 1. Lion. We know this is ridiculous to include, but for the vast majority of people who think lions are cute, we'll divulge. One of the world's largest big cats lives on the plains of Africa. Thousands of people go on safari tours each year to see these massive beasts in the wild. It's pretty obvious that coming in contact with a lion outside of a vehicle could bring your life to an untimely end. Running away will do nothing but make the lion pursue faster, so your best bet would be to keep eye contact and slowly walk backwards. Even then, if it wants you, there's not much you can do. Lions kill over 250 people per year on average, so be aware when adventuring in the African bush.